You know what? I'm in the middle of eating right now, but I think this is just, I didn't want to post anything today, but I couldn't believe it when Michael Skihan told me that there was somebody who was actually an admitted pedophilia on YouTube, and I just couldn't believe it. I went and I saw the videos, and I couldn't believe what I saw. Let me. I'm going to tell this to YouTube. I'm going to make an actual phone call to YouTube, and I'm going to call you tomorrow when I'm at work, and we're going to try and settle this thing out, because this is absolutely wrong. This is something that this is a sickness that's on YouTube that shouldn't be there, unless YouTube wants to be held liable from countless lawsuits. Let's see here. We have the pedophile dash impersonating. If you go to, what's his name? If you go to James Knight 1962, if you go to James Knight 1962, the user, and it says the pedophile dash impersonating the highwayman. The pedophile dash impersonating the highwayman. That's the name of the title, and in the title he basically admits, in that song he basically admits to having illegal interactions with little children and other people's daughters. And he sings about it, and he sings about his experience with that. And he's trying to basically put it in a song because he thinks he can use that to get away with what's really going on here. But he's basically admitting to having sex with different children. And I understand that the people in YouTube and the owners of YouTube don't have children, and they're living the rich life right now, and they don't give a shit and whatever. And they want to turn everything about YouTube into a political issue. But there's some things that we don't negotiate with. There's some things that we don't negotiate with. And you know what? You can be a racist on YouTube. I don't care. You can basically show videos about Islam and terrorist organizations overseas, whatever. I don't care. But there's certain things you don't do. And there is free speech, I agree. But then there's also, quote, obscene material and illegalities. And there's not that many of them. It's literally just nudity, bestiality. Actually, I don't even think nudity. You know what's funny? Is that showing nudity on YouTube is actually not obscene material. I believe that's state by state, yet you ban nudity, but and you ban boobies or whatever. You know what I mean? But the thing is, you have a guy who's an admitted pedophile. You know what? I should contact the police. I should contact the police. I should call up the police. I should call up the RCMP, Interpol. I should call up the FBI. I should say that this guy's an admitted pedophile, and I'm sure the police know who he is. I'm sure he's had convictions before, and he's gotten out of jail. And here he is on YouTube, though, and YouTube wants to sit there and play politics and say, oh, well, we're a free speech. It's bullshit. You're not free speech. You ban people's shit all the time. You do it with NALTS. You do it with Mike Skihan. You do it with anybody. You ban people's stuff all the time over stupid, trivial YouTube stuff issues, little wars and stuff like that, little laws. But then here you have a real pedophile, and you self-hating people at YouTube want to sit there and basically not want to ban them. And believe me, I am hardcore right-wing. I'm for freedom of speech. I'm for everything else. But there is a certain, well, there is freedom of speech and everything, but you're taking advantage of little innocent children and you're self-admitting it. I don't care if he doesn't show the video and what kind of technicality. Yeah, on technicalities, sure, anybody's not guilty of the crime on technicalities. You can take any of us anybody who's done a crime and say that on technicalities, you know what, they're really not guilty because. But I mean, here we have somebody who's a self-admitted pedophile on that video that I mentioned, and that video that he did is named the pedophile dash impersonating the highwayman. Here he is admitting in his song what he did with girls and how they weren't clean, and he did it with other people's daughters. And I think that's absolutely sick, and I just can't believe that he's had complaints made about him in the past. First I thought he was joking, but he's had complaints made about him in the past, and YouTube doesn't want to do anything because they want to try and ride the wave of some political free speech or whatever bullshit. You're banning people's videos because of a dog. You're banning people's videos because of, you use some song on a little, wars between two YouTube users. You'll ban people's videos for that, but you're not going to ban some self-admitted pedophile. I think that's wrong. I think that's shameful. And I think that YouTube has got to step up, and they got to start banning these people who are pedophiles. And not only that, they got to start banning little boys and girls who might entice pedophile behavior. Because when there's a little kid in a bathtub getting 3,000 views, I just don't think that this site should be meant for that. And I don't care. This is not, YouTube is not a country. It's not a political organization. You know what YouTube is? To be honest, to be really honest, you know what YouTube is? It's a fad. It's a fad within the mid 2000s to late 2000s that we're going to look back at and laugh about. You know, that's what YouTube is. YouTube's just a fad. MIRC was the fad in 1995. FidoNet was the fab in 1991. You know, so don't talk to me about it. That's all YouTube is right now. And it's going to make its money through other kind of content. But right now, don't allow fucking pedophiles to make videos. I think that's absolutely stupid. I think you should ban these people, and I'm going to call you. And if you don't do anything about it, I'm going to contact the police because you have a self-admitted pedophile on your website. I'm going to contact the police. I'm going to contact the authorities, and I think that this person should be dealt with. I don't have kids, but I don't, you know, I think that's just wrong. And I think, you know what, NALTS, I think that NALTS, you need to get involved with this because NALTS is an upstanding citizen of the community. I don't care what people say. He has children himself, and I know he takes a community aspect of this, but I think that NALTS is responsible too, because I think that NALTS has that kind of sway that can basically pull people away from doing this. And there's other people like Lisa Nova, they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit about this sort of stuff. So I think that NALTS should actually take some, take a stance on this. And I think that people that have sway should actually do it. It's not going to be me. It's not going to be Mike Skihan, but it should be people that actually care about this stuff. And you're not going to get people like Community Channel, people like The Hill Lady, they don't give a shit about this. They're just kids, whatever. But I think that, you know, responsible adults like us, like NALTS, like me, like Mike Skihan should actually do something about this. And something better be done, because I'm going to actually phone YouTube tomorrow and I'm going to ask them about this, and I'm going to say that I have a problem with this, and that's it. And, you know, you should do something about it. And you know what? You know, when you die, you know, you think you're going to rise up and go to heaven. And I believe, yes, I am going to go to heaven. I do believe I'm going to pass judgment. But you know what? You know, even if that happens, the life as we know it now is going to be over. You know what I mean? The life as we know it now, even if your spirit goes up, it's what we're feeling now, what we are now is going to be gone. You're just going to sit there and you're going to start to drift away and you're going to say, what's happening to me? And then boom, it's going to be over. But you know what? We live on forever. And how we live on forever into eternity is through the things that we do to make changes in our lives. And I think that right now, I think that we have the power to make this sort of change for the better, so this sort of stuff doesn't go on anymore. And here we are. It's 2007. It's your time. It's your time. While we're living, we can die tomorrow. And here you have the chance now to make a change and to do something. And this isn't over stupid bullshit, Lisa Nova spamming or whatever. This is over, you know, people self-admitting pedophiles saying that I'm a pedophile. He should be arrested, detained, put to death, or he should be castrated and put into jail for multiple life-year sentences. Animals like him should not be allowed into society. And all we're doing, we know we won't get anywhere with the law. We know that. But we can ask YouTube to please do something about it. And I think that that's what we should do. So I think that, you know what I mean? I'm going to do that. Tomorrow I'm going to call up YouTube and I'm going to tell everybody here how it went. So I think that I congratulate Mike Skihan. I congratulate everybody. And I congratulate everybody who did something about this. And I think that they should visit that guy's video. Once again, the video where he admits to being a pedophile is the pedophile - impersonating the highwayman. And let's put a stop to it. Where's the stop button? Oh, there it is. Okay.